G'day, I'm Stephen Spry, and in the last episode of the making of OXG Resteo for Transport Fever 2, we planned where our roads and towns might go and marked these places with paint. Today, I've added a few mods that are going to be needed, including this one, a lighthouse. Really? Oh my god, how will that help? Yeah, well, I felt like the map needed it. And I needed a bit of light relief after spending ages getting things ready for building the towns. So, do you remember the terracing that I built along the river? Yeah. Well, check this out. Okay. Ooh, where are we going? Over here. Up here, actually. Check this out. My God, are you going to have terraced farms all the way up here? Well, I could, but no. The idea of this terracing was help me smooth out all the places around the map where I want my towns. Because, let's face it, this source map was not built for Transport Fever 2 and is very lumpy and bumpy all over the place, and that's not good for the towns and villages we want. So something is needed, right? And this is an example of what I was working on. Basically getting the groundwork ready, and then just tippy-tapping around. Again, dibbity-dabbiting, settings not too high. Maybe not so much dibbity-dabbiting, just a bit of massive smoothing all the way across, eh? How's that? Whatever floats your boat, Stephen. Well, it makes it so much easier for the AI to build on this area, right? Oh, you might want to up the tempo a bit there. Okay, up the tempo. I've basically followed the contour lines that were already here. Have just lowered the map in quite a few places. That looks a bit bumpy. Well, give it a big smooth. Okay. So that's ready for town, is it? It will be. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, I could have left that for farms. Well, never mind. So you see, the terracing, using the terrain tools, is quite useful for getting levels right, including the rivers. So I see. My gosh, this looks interesting. You've got roads here. Okay, you've been busy, all right. Yep. And see, I'm going to leave the river because I'm going to come back to that later. But that's how I basically set up the rivers. Now, you could either cascade that or you could just smooth it out, depending on what you want to do. But yeah, so there we go. That area. Oh, not all of it. Okay, all of it. Let's finish it off. Now, I've got a question. I left you with a question last time, remember? What was that? Did you do your homework? We had homework? Yes, you did. You had to think about when, this down here, start date, when you were going to start your map. Oh, did I? Well, things haven't improved since high school by the sound of things, as far as doing homework's concerned. Possibly not. But look, we'll deal with that first, and then we'll come back and look at what we're going to do here, okay? So have a little discussion while I cruise over the map and you can see all the things that I've done. A bit of a road network's in place. No more yellow paint in lots of places. Still got some areas with yellow paint. Still got some areas with the asphalt painting to show where I want the city. But, yeah. Okay, so what's so important about this start date then? Well, okay, the start date. What you decide now will reflect on the type of buildings that are actually built in these initial towns. Because if you didn't know it already, there are three eras of buildings. The 1850s is era A, I think 1890 is era B, and era C is in the early 20th century. So, depending on what you choose here, will affect the type of buildings. Oh my God, that is flat. Yep, roads everywhere. And rivers need a lot of work. Righto. It also affects the type of roads that are... Oh, what's this? Speaking of roads, well, I've mapped out where one little village could go. Put some roads down there, and we'll see if this idea works in a tick. But it affects the type of roads that are going to be used in the countryside and towns. For example, up until 1925, these interurban roads are dirt. Do you like dirt roads? Not really. Oh my God, what else? Well, there's the lighthouse, another one, with the road connecting it to a town. Yep. And that road goes all the way around. Oh, that'll be a nice scenic drive. Yeah. But along the river here, it was far too lumpy and bumpy for me to build cities on. Now, in city skylines, that doesn't matter because this was the major city spot. And, you probably didn't necessarily build out here, but this is a different game which relies on all of these other things. So, there's a lot more. Okay. More smoothing. Yep. Keep it on there. And flatten. See? Bit of terracing. Bit of flattening. Boom. Better than it was to start with, I suppose. That's easy enough. Alright, so back to dates. Yeah, sorry, getting sidetracked. Yeah, back to dates. Concentrate. I can't do more than one thing at a time, you know that. Well, you're going to have to. Alright, back to dates. So an 1850 start gives you a set type of building and a set type of country road. Yep. If you want to progress further, then, well, what date? Oh, while you're at it, 1850 start gives you horses and carts. And underpowered trains. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Yeah, that was fun. That took a bit of time. Lots more terracing going to go along here, a la this farm. But, yeah, okay. Roads all the way along there. Yep. Oh, more towns ready to go. Yeah, maybe. Not too sure on the grid pattern here. People are going to kill me. This one, by the way, is, and that one, are well up above the flood level on the river flats. Good to know. Oh, here we go. Potential road, and yes, not quite sure. I put a road, a town street around there. Right, okay. And I've left that one because I don't know if I want... I know what I wanted to do here. Okay, let's have a look at the contour. That's a 55. This is a 60. That's why you put that line through there. Yeah, I did. So, guess what? Roger. Yep. Alright, well that's easy enough. You just do that. Yeah. And then bump it up and give it some more smoothage and a bit of smoothage. Come on, let's go. And now I can put a nice bit of road through that. No, you can't. It's still too big. Well, fix that, dear Henry. Oh, just whiz it back a bit. This looks scary. Looks scary, but it's fine. Because just take that and hold it there and smoothing. Okay. I'm with you. Let's have a look at that now. Where's that road going to go? I can manage that. Yeah. Okay, I'll come back to that one later. So the 1850s are basically horses, carts, lots of manure, and lots of dirt roads. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. You get some decent steam trains in the 1870s, they appear, along with a steam bus in the 1870s, and 1890 plus you get diesel trucks. Okay. Whoa. Okay, that's interesting. Ooh, bit of a switchbacky thing happening here. Well, look at the climb. It was, yeah, lots of fun. Not very efficient. That one's pretty straight up the valley until you get there, and then over you go. Oh my god. Alright. And don't forget, with those steam trains, your wagons, your freight wagons, they're updated in, well, they start in 1850, and then you get the faster and better ones in 1900, 1950 and 2000. Oh, didn't know that. Yeah. And also, because this is technically a train game, ooh, this looks interesting. Chopped a lot of hill out here to make room for this town. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, because it's a train game, yep. You could put electrified rail in 1905 if you wanted to. No. Why? Well, the first... Ooh. Ooh. I know. This is a bit of a cascadey type stream, isn't it? Well, just plonk a few trees along here and voila, it's going to look spiffy. Yeah, back to the electrification. The train, the first electrified train on the European version of the game is the 1921 Crocodile. Okay, alright. Bridges. This is significant. From 1850 through to 1910, that's all you've got. Stone bridges for road and rail. Let's change this to 1910, I think. Okay, change it to 1910. You're going to kill it? I hope so. Well, I hope not. This is a town road by the looks of it. Alright, what do we got? Oh, Stone Bridge. No, look, you've got that one to choose from now in 1910. Okay, for both road and rail. Yep. There's also a mod that I've spotted that I'll probably use at some stage that doesn't put the iron girders along the side. Okay, that could be useful then. Yes. Go back to you and leave you in place. Thanks. 1920, of course. Aeroplanes. So do you want to focus your game on air traffic? Getting things from, down here way over to here. Or here. Or for that matter, don't forget our little port, our export port over here, where air freight might be, it's going to be big enough for air freight. That's what the terrain tools are for, Stephen. Alright, meanwhile, back to 1925. Oh, 1925 sees one-way city streets, okay, roundabouts, and, believe it or not, bitumen country roads. 1925, we get rid of the dirt. Yay! Right, looks like you've just started with that one. Yep, and just done nothing there. So the ones that have got grey in them, behind them, are still a work in progress. Okay. Also in 1925, okay, you want to show this? I sure do. 1925. Also in 1925. look at what we've got now. We've got that selection, wider selection of, we've got a large street, we've got the one-ways, we've got the 6-lane country road, there's a highway and a half, or 4-lane with 100 k's good, and, ta-da, highways. So, what do you want to build? What do you want to build? What do you want to provide now? Well, I don't know. I'll tell you what else you might want to have a look at. Oh gosh, what is this? It's 1940. Yeah, okay, alright. Pause again, go away. Pause again. Now, up until now, yes, we could only build, where is it? Across here, that's where it goes. We could only build that, let's do it with country road, let's do a 4-lane bridge. Let's go, baby. Now, they had a massive bridge across here, remember? Well, so you told me. On this map that isn't going to be a replica of what goes on. Up, level, come on. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay, sorry. This is the second mod that I've installed. It's called the Track/Street Builder Info mod. Yep. And as you can see, it helps me get things. God, is that level? It will be. Just there. That's level. That's a massive level. Yeah, well, we'll have to play. Maybe we could put it not there, but a bit lower. Oh my god. Let's just get out of that and then back to it. Instead of building it at the top of that, we could build it from here. Okay. That's 41 metres instead of 70. Yep. Okay, take it up to 41. Down a fraz with the shift key, and we've got a perfectly level bridge. Now, the options are stone, iron, no, or, in 1940, ta-da, the San Francisco style bridge. Which is, strangely enough, what's there? Oh, that'd be right. Yeah, we're not trying to replicate this area at all, but hey, don't shoot me. It's a great little area to play with, and it's not going to be a replica. Just using it for inspiration, and that's the inspiration, and that bridge is available for 1940. Yep, and in-game, it was built in 1960. In-game? You mean in real life, Stephen? Yeah, in real life, it was built in 1965. Oh, okay. So that's something to look forward to. My God. 1970s, of course. That's basically when you started building freeways all over the place in the real world. So you have your freeway tools, and, you know, they can be zooming all over the map instead of using these pokey little country roads. And, speaking of bridges, yes, forgot to mention, let's change the date to 1970. Oh, okay. Put that bridge back across here again, eh? Sure. The other sort of bridge that becomes available, is... Look, it doesn't need to be level. Just show me. Okay, fine. Okay. That one. The concrete bridge. That's a 1970 job. That's rather high there. Oh, well, that's why. It's just showing. So that's why I've used 1970s as a potential date for freeways, because this is the sort of bridge you would use for freeway construction. Elevated bridge with your ramps, and let's have a look at the, see, single highway ramp. Ooh, or double highway ramp, or was it a double highway? No, it was just a medium. Well, it could be a double ramp, or two bridges side by side. Right. That's going to be fun. It's not. There's a mod to help you build parallel roads. And I tell you, when I get there to the 1970s, I'll be using it. Okay, alright, let's get out of that one. Oh, God. So, there's the question. What year do you want for your start date? I've got to decide on that before I go bang and start building stuff, because all of those reasons I talked about before. Okay, so would you like the standard 1850 start? Well, I've done that to death so far, and I'm almost sick of horses and carts. I'd probably like to have a bit later, so that we get slightly more modern technology a bit faster. Okay, so does that mean 1870? 1870? Possibly. Or do you want around the turn of the century, when diesel becomes a little bit more, useful? Or maybe 1925, when you've got all those modern networks and bridges and, better transport available. Or even the late 20th century. You could start it in 1975 if you wanted to, and whack in all these double-lane freeways and blah, 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 but as is the typical thing nowadays with the standard city skylines map, that's current date. That's why you've got all those multi-lane freeways and flyovers and crossovers and everything else happening, because that's when it's based. Well, as I said, oh my God, what have you got happening here? Perhaps a Grand Canyon of some description? I think this has been built along a fault line. Well, this is where Sugar merged the Roslyn Peninsula map from City Skylines and his own height maps. But I like the idea of that. Okay. And living up there could be a bit tricky, but never mind. Oh, what's that? Well, there was this depression up the top of the hill. Yep. So I thought I would, not assets, Stephen, not assets. W-A-T-E-R, water. Yep. Okay. Can you do? I thought I'd put a lake here. I'll roger that. This could be a popular spot in the winter. Well, maybe not the winter. It might be frozen in the winter, but certainly in summer. Right. Oh, that's a bit ordinary. That's when you go over here, grab the flattening tool, drop it right down, max that right up, and drop it down further, click the proper thing, and then just go around until you don't have that uneven water happening. Oh, I see. Yeah, well, water's not that uneven, is it? So smooth it all out, and there's your lake, ready to plonk fishing cabins or whatever on and around. And obviously it would connect to more water going down there, but that's for later. That's for Ron. So, did you decide on a year yet? Oh my gosh. You still got flattening to go here. Well, I did it down here. And yeah, I've still got it to go. I think they might be the only two that I've... Oh, and these ones. That one and that one need to be flattened. Right. Okay. What about down here? No, don't want to do that one. Chicken. Okay. This fella. Right. I'm going to tell the AI to build a town here. But look at this. I don't want it going from 10 to 20 to 30 metres. I don't want it building up this hill. If anything, I want it to build out this way. Well, good luck with that. How do you control that? Aha! Mod number 3. Oh, roger that. Assets, yes. It's a Mad Hatter asset called By the Plot. By the Plot. Okay, I'm going to use trees. I'm going to select that shape, and I'm taking the biggest, longest one around I can get. Okay. And as you can see, we have trees, and we can spin them around with M&M. Yeah, alright. Okay, so what you're saying is what? Well, okay, leave a gap. Okay, just that way, and continue it around. How big's that gap? Big enough for... What's happening? That should be colliding. See? What's going on? Oh, you're on a slope. Oh, poo. Alright, okay. Let's do that again. Bye. Alright, start again, Stephen. Leave a gap, yes. And drop it down so the tree's in the ground at the left-hand edge. Yep. Okay. Get the angle of the dangle right. Okay, that should be it. So you've got a big enough gap there. Did you get it on the ground? I think so. Well, why isn't it doing its thing? Well, it is there. See, it's colliding, so we can just play with these. This looks like a lot of fiddling. Just there. And now, so essentially what you're doing is you're putting a line of trees across the back here, which will tell the AI, don't cross the line. Yes. Okay, there's fine. You need to swing that around a little bit with a bit of Shift M and N. Okay, bit more. Too much. Okay, alright. And there, yep. And again. Too much. Use the Shift key. Okay, alright, I will. Shift N. When you're coming around a curve, N. And you did it. No, maybe not. Didn't do it. That's because it was colliding. Roger. There we go. Okay. And there. And how far down do you want to go? Well, I've got quite a few cities like this to protect. Roger. And why are you doing this one? Oh, because I thought this would be a good example because of the dirty great big hill behind it. Now, let's have a look. Ooh, yeah, alright, you've got to keep coming along. Speed it up. There we go. Speed it up. Right. Okay. So what's that going to do? Well, that's going to stop the AI building that way, on this side of that line. Right, okay. You know what I want to do before I do anything else here is level that out just a tad, because that looks a bit dodgy. Give it a nice level surface before you tell the AI what to do. Okay, now what? Right, I mentioned before about the fact that I'm an Aussie and I'm hopeless at pronouncing foreign town names. So, the fourth mod that I'm going to use is the Australian town names and street names. Assorted Australian towns and street names. That's it. What you have to do is make sure that you go into the advanced game settings before you load the map. Obviously you activate the mod, duh, but then go into the advanced game settings, and under town names, Australian town names will come up. Make sure you select it there. Right, so let's see what happens. Okay, now before you do anything else, before you place the town, right, save it. Why? Because if you don't like what you see, you can just say, no, don't like that, I'm going to change it. Right, okay. Let's go then. To that fella. Yep. What size town is this one going to be? Alright, that one, if there's anything there, if there's anything here, they'll be tiny. Right, we've got small, medium, large and huge. Well, I think this one over here, where were we? This would be medium? No, this would be small, this would be medium. This, I think, it's small there and medium here, or I don't know. Maybe medium there and... Alright, let's do small here and let's see what it does. Alright. Orientate the map the correct way around, not that that really means anything. And small, you said? Fingers crossed. Let's click... where? Well, if you don't like it, you've saved the map. You can do it again. Oh, you didn't come up there, did you? But look, basin view. Well, that's appropriate. That's a basin. Well, you need to fix that bit. Yeah. But look at that. You've got all your residential along there, and you've got industrial down here. Where's the commercial? Let's have a quick look. Blue, blue, blue. Oh, here. So industrial, commercial. Hey, that worked. Okay, happy with that. Cool. Alright, are there any more that you prepared earlier? Yes. This one? Ooh, you need to... Yeah, I probably do, but I'm not coming anywhere near that. The edges probably need a bit of protecting with Mad Hatters by the plot, but I'm coming over here. It's going to go up the hill. Oh, alright, I won't do it then. Will you stop flipping around like that? Sorry, I'm looking for another small town. Okay, this would be a small town. Okay, so asset, yep. Okay, where is it? Spin. Yeah, I wish he made them just a fraz longer. Alright, obviously we don't want it going uphill. No, not really. In fact, you could probably just start sending it around the... Oh, where's the thing? Yeah, there we go. You could just follow that contour line that you're not on, but you get the idea. Don't forget to, before you press the go button on this town, okay, before I press the go button on this town, to save it. Yes, please. Now these little trees will stay in place for the duration of the game. Otherwise the AI is going to build up here, which you don't want. No, not really. Oh, yeah, a bit of extra protection going on there. Indeed. Okay. Don't forget, save it. right? And now, ooh, this is, well, I just thought I'd try something different. Okay, alright, small town again, where'd to go? That one. Small again, yes, I think so. Let's see where things happen this time. Go. Oh, residences are all over here. We're away from the floodplain down here. Just. Okay, what was this place called? Norman Gardens. Okay, Norman Gardens. Yeah, don't know whether I like that name, but never mind. Okay, this one. Oh, yeah, I wanted to show you something special here. And I'm not going to worry, I will put the things in later. But, this is supposed to be farms, right? Yep. And what do farms need? What do farms need? They need a food processing plant, I'm guessing. Correct. So, this is going to be bigger than small by the looks of it too, I'd say. Possibly. So, industries button, yep. Food processing plant. Spin. So we're going to put this food processing plant. I didn't want to, I wanted to move it. Well, you haven't, you can't now. Bad luck. Replace that road, thank you. And now, hook it up. Oh, okay. Hooked. 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 And hooked. Right. Level. Terrain tools, it's pretty level. Just along that road maybe that you just put in place. Okay. Oh, look at that. There's a road goes all the way along the river. Of course. Well, there'd be farms down here. There'd be farms up on this road. So, clever people can... Oh, my gosh. Is your river still navigable? Yes. Look at this. Thank God for that. That's one heck of a bridge. Okay, you were saying... Clever people can work out how to put another road up here to join up with the town. But in the meantime, yes, town, okay. Medium, sure. On this side, okay. You're going to build up here. I can always delete it. Okay, well, no, before you do that then, save it. Save. Get into the habit before you place each new town. After you've whacked in the major industry for that town. Yep, ready, set, kaboom. Rangemore. Oh, we've got a selection of residences here. Yes. Don't like it. I don't want these guys close to that. Alright, well, what do you do? Okay. Well, this is why you saved it, because if you do this, look what happens. Okay. So, that's no good. Load the map. Let's go. Okay, we're back. It was a medium town. Yes. I'm just simply going to do that. Just to get it. No, I'm going to do that. Will it make a difference? I have no idea. But, let's see what happens. Ready, set, go. No difference for Maracunda. Never mind. We're going to have a lot of traffic coming through the residential areas, Stephen. It seems to want to put it on that side for some reason, even though you turned it upside down and everything else. Look, it is what it is. If you don't like it, move that over to this side. Hey, that's a thought. Wow, I can do that later. Thank you. Oh, and look. It's going uphill. Well, you definitely need to put those things in. Wow. So I've got a few more towns that I can muck around with. I can decide on where, or should I say, what major industries are going to be close to towns, and that one makes sense there. This one, perhaps I could have put a sawmill in. I still can, because I'm sure there's going to be lots of trees up and around here. So we ship them down there and then ship them downstream to the sawmill, the logs, the planks, down to wherever. Perhaps even another sawmill over here. Over here, I've got another town to go here. This will be another small one. Okie dokie. This looks like a nice beachside little suburb, doesn't it? Save it. Forgot. So we're hoping the commercial and or residential areas are here. Is that the plan? Sure. Let's go. How's that pronunciation of Australian towns going? Not very well, is it? And look. Crap, that's what I don't like. But easy fixed because I prepared the area earlier. Mogandura. Yeah, got to change that. Don't like that. Sorry. What were you saying about steel mills? Production. I know there's a port here. Big port, so steel mill, machines, oil refineries, plastics, all around here. Massive rail line servicing, that would be pretty cool. Well, I hope you're not going to try and get the rail line over there. No. Ooh. No, you looked at that. No, I'm going to try and get the rail line. And remember when we're mucking around with industries before, we had ore and coal and so on up here, so that's our mining town. Roger. What else? Look, I really need to put things around the edge here because that grey area is about the extent that I want. Particularly, you'll notice that the road bridge goes across the actual real water down here around the town, because if the AI starts playing down here, then this river is a goner. This one isn't. Oh, remember that. Okay, I shall remember it. Oh, smooth that out. Sure. Smoothing. How'd you like that? I did. Liked it a lot. It looks... Oh, got to block out that hill. Yes, alright, okay. Don't want anything on that hill. Bye. So that'll remind me to put the things there to protect that hill. Okay. Yeah, this is starting to look pretty special. Starting to look like a Transport Fever 2 map. Duh. That's what it is. Alright, you've got... Oh, that's going to be a port town, isn't it? It is. Right, so more industry there. Well, in reality, there's a naval base here as well, so that won't happen. Okay, what about the capital itself? Wow, that's a lot flatter than it was. Yes, it was like this. And I flattened it out for building purposes. Thank you very much. Right. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, I did like it. And I know what you want me to do. You do? You want me to say, well, I liked it, so I'm going to hit the like button. And I'm going to subscribe, and I'm going to ting the bell. So that... Yeah. Thinking... so that we can be notified of when you, Stephen Spry, are working on the next map in the Making of OXG Resteo TF2. How's that? I couldn't have said it better myself. Well, I probably could have, but thanks for that. And until next time, it's hooroo from me. Oh, and it's bye from me. Well, you've still got a lot of rivers to go. Yeah, well, I'll just plug them then when I need a change from smoothing, because there's still a lot of smoothing to go. That one's done, but and that one. Oh, they're all done. On this side, that's done. That's done. There's still a lot of smoothing to go down here. Look, here we go. Right, okay. That looks like it's got a river running through it. No, don't want to do it. Don't then. Okay, what's next? More of this. I'll spend a bit of time running around the edges with that by the plot mod. Yep, so we don't do stuff that we don't want the AI to do. Particularly where is it? Where is it? Maybe this one, this little village here, this tiny one. I don't want the AI going up that hill too far. In fact, I only want it to be on that area. So that's a good thing, you know. You can actually limit and give it ideas where you want stuff. Yeah. So it's sort of like city sky. Shh. No, it's nothing like city skylines. You're building multiple little towns instead of just one big one. Oh, right, okay. And then you're connecting them all with networks. And don't forget, we've still got all of our industries to go. It's getting complicated. Small port here? Yeah, small port. Okay. There's a big gap, I noticed. Yes. Here, maybe? All the way up here, there's nothing. Well, there'll be industries. There'll be lots of industries. And that's why you've got Maracunda and Norman Gardens. Yeah, all these names aren't the best, are they? Well, oh, look what happened. I'm going to have to change the name because that's the Norman Gardens. Oh, because that was the only city that I'd placed. It decided to name it. Oh. Well, get your priorities right and your facts straight and all that sort of stuff, and we'll see you then. Okay, out of here. Ta-da.